Perfect. Seems like we're live now. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the AEZ round 5. And we're at the third demo session today. And yeah, before introducing both the teams over here, I'd love to congratulate all the teams. The submissions that we received for the fifth round were super high quality. We saw some of the OGs over there and some new builders, equally impressive. And feel free to go and take a look at all the projects that submitted over there. You can head over to dorahacks.io/AEZ. There are two rounds happening. First is we're distributing 8K Atom via QF. And yeah, if you have Atom in your wallet, like I said, head over to dorahacks.io/AEZ and vote for your favorite project. And a huge shout out to the Cosmos Hub for making this possible. The second one is a Macy round, which is worth 30K USDC, powered by Dora Factory and Atom Accelerator. And for the Macy round, you can vote if you have your Atom stake, just log in via your Kepler and vote for your favorite project. Um, and yeah, that is a little bit of introduction of what we're trying to do over here. We're trying to get new projects into the ecosystem, bootstrap them, and yeah, get them all the right kind of limelights that they deserve. For this round, we have two projects with us. First is NiftyZK, and the second one is Ark Protocol. Like I said in the audio, with Nifty first, followed by Ark Protocol. And yeah, guys, feel free to take over the stage and talk about what you've built for this round.
Okay, I can start. Yeah. Okay. Hi. So I would like to show my project NiftyZK. It's a circom development tool and a framework that targets Cosm ecosystem. You can find the GitHub repository at NiftyZK, and here there are a bunch of articles that I wrote with tutorials, and I'm going to explain those. So first, I would like to introduce NiftyZK. It's a tool that helps you with scaffolding your project to create circom circuits for the zero knowledge proofs. It will create the JavaScript libraries for you. It has hot reload built in for the development. It helps you with powers of Tau ceremony. It helps you compile your circuits to create verification keys from your circuits. There's a phase 2 ceremony which will help you finalize the circuit, which is needed for the proving system that is used, which is the Grot 16 on a BN128 curve. And you can finalize the circuits and then generate COSM-WASM contracts from it. So I have a bunch of tutorials, and I just want to go over them very quick. So the first tutorial will explain all the commands that you can use in NiftyZK. First, you can npm install it from GitHub, and when you have it, you can print the version and the command, and you can initialize the project. So you can choose what kind of scheme you want for your cryptography. You can have a commit reverse scheme, commit tree with Merkle tree, and EDDSA signature verification, and the same with Merkle tree, and select hashing algorithms that you can use, and you can add different kind of inputs for your circuit. It will all generate it for you. And when you're done with that, you can start development and iterating on your circuits with NiftyZK Dev. And now NiftyZK Dev is hard reload that will, each time you edit your circuits, it will execute them for you. And it's using test-based development, so you can assert the outputs of the circuit and make sure that everything is functioning correctly. You can log inside the circuit and develop fast. Then you can download the powers of Tau files, compile the ceremony, and basically the development pipeline looks like this. You initialize, then you configure, then you have the project, then you can iterate on your project with hot reload, and then when that is done, you can compile, you can export the verification key, and you can run the unit tests. And this path is a CI/CD friendly, so you can have your CI/CD pipelines. And then when you're done, you can start the ceremony, and after the ceremony, you finalize, get the final V key, and then you're able to export the custom WASM contract and deploy that. So the next tutorial will explain the commit reveal scheme that is scaffolded. So when you start NiftyZK init, it will ask you a bunch of questions, what you want to do, what kind of hashing algorithm to use, and then it will scaffold you a circum circuit that looks like this, and it will give you other circuits for the commitment, hashing, and JavaScript code. And uh, this is an example for the inputs that are used for the hot reload. So you have the circuit and you have the input.js file with this get input function that where you define basically how you create the input for the circuit, and the get output can define the output of the circuit, which can be asserted during development. So you can assert that the circuit is running correctly while you are running the hot reload. And you can create you can choose to have a Merkle tree created with it, which will add some extra code into your circum scaffold the file, and it will create the Merkle tree checker for you. It doesn't have any external dependencies. It only uses circum and circumlib. And finally, you have some commands to play around with the Merkle tree, so you can create a tree and then create Merkle proofs and then verify the proofs. And we have some examples here that can use this verification scheme. And the next one is the Edwards digital signatures. You can select the signatures. You can select if you want to use the scheme when you initialize the circuit, and it will create a circum template with the verifier that you have selected, and you will have the JavaScript. You can see how the accounts are created, and um, create addresses from pub keys for account abstraction. You can create your own account abstraction schemes with this if you would like. And here is the get input file for the EDDSA. So this is how an input is created for this circuit. And you have the same with Merkle trees. So here the Merkle tree contains an address that is derived from the public key of the EDDSA signature, uh, and you have you have a command line tools to play around with the Merkle trees that you can create and verify Merkle proofs. And the next one is about the ceremony. Um, so to finalize the circuit, you need to have the phase two ceremony for the um, powers of tau, which is circuit specific. So you cannot start it before you have you have to do it after you finish the circuit development. And NiftyZK contains a server that will allow you to deploy the whole project on a virtual private server. I have all the configuration here, and I set up Nginx, and I set up a domain and install all the dependencies. And this is Nginx config. And at the end, you will have a website that is hosting this. And you can just share it, and anybody can come and contribute to your ceremony. And as long as one person is honest, it will be secure. And you can check the contributions inside the in the ceremony, and finally you just commit all the contributions that you've collected, and you can create the final Z key that is ready for production. This is very handy because many of the projects I see, people have to write their own servers for Powers of Tau Phase 2, and this saves you a lot of time if you don't have to worry about this part. And then the next one of the tutorials is about the custom WASM contract, and Here you can see the help screen. You have this Artwork Growth 16 verifier and the Bellman Growth 16 verifier implementation that is supported. You can choose one of them to create your contract suite. And then when you have a verification key, you run this gen contract command, and it will create the Rust smart contracts for you. And you can see the project layout here, and you can verify that they are valid COSM WASM contracts with cargo WASM check. And the same goes for the Bellman implementation. That one has a little bit more files because the format of the proofs and the inputs and the verification key is different. So you'll get some extra helper functions to help you convert them. And yeah, I have some documentation for adapting proofs and adapting verification keys for this Bellman verifier. And yeah, these tutorials basically explain everything you need to know to start out using NiftyZK, and you can just scaffold the project and it instantly works. And yeah, uh, that's it. Okay. GitHub. Oh yeah, that's it. You can see the GitHub. Everything is open source and free to use, and you can contribute to it if you would like, or send me a message, or if you find a bug, open an issue and let me know, and I will fix it. And yeah, the project is still under development, so I will be adding much more things to it as it progresses. Well, yeah. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Peter. That was amazing. With that, next up we have Ark Protocol. Um, yeah, feel free to take on the stage, Scott, and talk about your project.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody, or afternoon or evening, depending on where you are. Today, I'm going to be presenting some info on Ark Protocol. I don't have a demo to display at this time. However, by the end of this week, you guys will be able to actually see some of our utility live, because our first launch of our launchpad is going to be live. But let me get started from the beginning. We are Ark Protocol. We are an interchain utility. Our interchain utilities will be a public good. And basically, you know, why did we build this? Well, this started a couple of years ago. We've been building very quietly for a couple of years. Started from the DPEG of Luna, actually, if any of you remember Terra Luna and the DPEG. Most of our team was very heavily active in that community. And when the DPEG happened, we found that the NFT communities were struggling to decide how to handle such a catastrophic chain meltdown or DPEG. And we found that most of the communities were not able to really migrate. They weren't able to sustain after such a catastrophic event. So within 3 days of that happening, Ark Protocol was formed and founded. And we set out on a mission to build interchain utilities as a public good for everyone. So essentially, this type of utility will empower every chain. It will empower every project and every community within the Cosmos ecosystem. So essentially, we are here to unite the Cosmos. Okay, our first delivery is going to be our interchain launchpad, and the launchpad is going to be basically like the ultimate NFT hub of Cosmos. So, you know, imagine NFTs breaking all blockchain barriers. You know, imagine a true multi-chain or true interchain NFT protocol. You know, NFTs on any chain, anytime. Okay, so the future of NFTs is interchain, and we're building it. So let's talk a little bit about some of our key achievements, some of our milestones, where we stand right now, and what to expect from us moving forward. So basically, you know, it's the first quarter of 2025. Time is flying, but we're going to continue to drive growth. of the AEZ, the Atom Economic Zone, and some of our key milestones include having a proposal passed on the Cosmos Hub to deploy interchain NFT contracts on the hub. This is monumental because it doesn't exist yet. So we are going to be bringing NFTs to the Cosmos Hub, utilizing our interchain utilities. And that's going to bring value. That's going to bring an NFT eco to the hub, which is a very big deal. In addition to that, very recently, we put up a proposal on Stargaze to allow contract uploads for interchain NFT functionalities, and that passed as well with flying colors. So we have a very amazing response from the communities, from the validators. They're showing us that they agree that interchain NFTs is the future, and they want these utilities on chain, on their chains as well. So at the end of this month, so Friday actually, we're going to launch the first interchain launchpad on Cosmos. Okay, it's going to allow you to mint and deploy NFTs seamlessly across multiple IBC enabled chains. So what does this really mean? Okay, if you are a minter, if you're a retail collector, minter, buyer, seller of NFTs, you're going to be able to mint an NFT and have it seamlessly minted in a currency on any chain. And we are going to start with 7 chains, and I'll list them momentarily. But you'll be able to mint on any one of these chains, and the NFT will mint on its origin, wherever the project is being launched, in this case, the Cosmos, of course. But if you're minting the NFT with, say, Stargaze tokens or Neutron tokens, your NFT is going to be minted in Cosmos as origin, but it's going to immediately be sent over seamlessly to your wallet on the chain where you want it to be. Okay? This means this empowers the holders. You can travel with your NFTs across different chains. It's the same collection coexisting on multiple chains. That gives the user the ability to simply travel with their identity across to the chain that they prefer to interact in. I mean, we all have chains we like. We all have chains we prefer. And you'll be able to interact with these chains, with your NFTs, whether it's utilizing the NFT or simply holding this NFT on that chain. Okay. And our first utility NFT is going to showcase a lot of these abilities and a lot of these features that you're going to be able to use. And we're calling that NFT the passport, the interchain passport, which obviously, you need a passport to travel. Well, this will be your passport for traveling. What's really cool about this passport, what's really cool about this utility is Ark Protocol is the sole developer of the newest NFT contract, the CW721. And our developers put in a lot of really cool features. But notably, the one that I'm kind of getting at is what we call like the genetic NFT. And really what this means is that the NFT metadata can be updated. So as you're traveling with your NFT, you'll be able to see all the activity that you've had. But this also opens the door to a lot of really cool features for creators and for chains, for the blockchains. What this actually opens the door to is incentivized activity. If a project or a chain wants to, they can create some kind of an incentive to drive communities to move around to different ecos, and basically creators and blockchains can build their community from within the entire Cosmos rather than sticking to the one chain. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I could probably drone on and on about all these really cool features, but know that Ark Protocol is building these features to empower communities, empower creators, and empower the chains, because everything will be on chain, including your metadata and information, and that allows for very seamless movement. If you've seen in the past, when you go sometimes to a market, or if you have been able to transfer an NFT, which this tech has existed for a little while, sometimes you go to a market with an NFT and you see, I can't see my picture or my metadata. And really what that comes down to is that the older versions of the NFT contracts did not possess the data. So if you moved it over there, you actually had to feed the data into those markets. Well, with the new contract that we've developed, it's going to carry all the data with it. It's going to carry the history of what you've done as well, which is really cool because you can gain experience points. You can gain any kind of incentivized benefits. But really, at the end of the day, what this gives is freedom to the users, freedom to the creators, and freedom to the blockchains to have any communities moving around, and it will all be seamless. All the data will be carried seamlessly, and this really gives people the ability to navigate, utilize, buy and sell in any of the currencies that they want to, and that for us really gives the freedom to avoid, like I said earlier, with the Luna DPEG, those projects could not move seamlessly. Had they had this technology back then, more than 2 years ago, it's been a while. Had they had this technology back then, they would have had no problem simply telling their community, guys, just move your NFTs to a different chain and we're good to go. The metadata stays the same, the NFT project stays the same, the utilities stay the same. You're just going to do it on another chain, which is really cool. So this is what we're building. Now, our mint that's coming up, that's going to showcase this utility, is going to showcase all these cool features that we've created. That's going to be at the end of this week, and we are going to be launching on 7 chains. Okay, that means that if you mint on any one of these 7 chains, it's going to be part of the exact same collection with the same origin chain. However, you'll be able to mint either on the Cosmos Hub, Injective, Juno, Neutron, Osmosis, Stargaze, and Terra. You'll be able to mint on any of these blockchains. And what that means is, let's just say you decide to mint on Neutron. Okay, if you mint on Neutron, it's going to mint the NFT in the hub on Cosmos, origin chain in this case, because that's going to be our origin chain, Cosmos. But it's going to seamlessly move that NFT that you've paid for in Neutron tokens to your Neutron wallet, and that's where you can hold it. You can then turn around and move it to any of these respective chains, and the data, the metadata, will track what you're doing, and it will be visible to those chains. Okay, this metadata being stored on chain does add some amazing features for end users. The key features are seamless compatibility. When you move from chain to chain, you will see all the data. You'll see the image, you'll see the metadata, you'll see your traits. For the creators, they'll actually have access to control their collection. They can set their collection descriptions, they can set their royalties, and it will have to be respected by the marketplaces because it's all metadata on chain, meaning when that NFT shows up on that chain, the marketplace will recognize that NFT's metadata automatically. So these are really cool features that we've built. These are really cool features that are going to help the community and the creators, grow their projects and really move forward into, uniting the Cosmos, making the whole eco a lot larger, which is really neat. Now, our very first mint is going to be, like I said, the Ark Passport or Ark Interchain Passport. There's going to be several types of them, and they're going to have several different levels of perks. But the main focus is the interoperability, the interchain utilities that's going to be enabling users to mint on one chain and interact across the others. So, our vision for this quarter is to drive that interoperability and adoption through our interchain launchpad. Okay, we're going to be strengthening the NFT utilities, and we're going to be strengthening all the cross-chain connectivity. So what that really means is we're starting with 7 chains, but for all of us Cosmos people, there's way more than 7 chains. And so as we're adding chains, we're going to be enhancing community engagement. We're going to be enhancing interoperability across these different chains. And all of these efforts are really, really going to reinforce that the AEZ program, with interchain innovation and NFT development. So, with the goal, of course, of fostering a vibrant and inclusive ecosystem. So if you guys want more details on the upcoming mint, if you want more details on our tech, stay tuned. The end of this week, you will be able to see. I wish I could present, but I can't present today. We're keeping it kind of a little bit out of the view. But at the end of this week, everyone will be able to join us. Everyone will be able to see the launch pad and the ability to mint one collection across 7 chains. So we're making history. We're bringing a tech that was a dream for 2 years and now is becoming a reality. So we're super excited. We're working endlessly right now. We're on that final sprint to mint, as they say, and that's a final sprint to deliver this tech to the community. Again, everyone has access to our utilities. It is a public good, and we really look forward to continue working with DoraHacks, who have been integral to our growth, and we've been super excited to be part of these different grant rounds. And now number 5, we're super excited for this round as well. So big thanks to them for providing this to help the eco grow. There's so many great projects involved in this grant program, and we're super honored to be one of them. So, we thank you guys and we thank everybody. That covers the majority of what's been going on. That covers the majority of where we're headed. And we look forward to presenting again in the future and showing you guys the results of this upcoming launch and showcase of the utilities and the tech that we've built as a team. So, that pretty much covers everything. A little bit short and sweet, but yeah, it's been a pleasure to tell you guys all about this.
Thanks a lot. I think that's super cool, and I'm very excited for the launch myself. Is there a community or the Twitter that you want to share where folks can go and keep an eye out?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you Ark Protocol, at Ark Protocol is our Twitter handle. Definitely join our Discord if you are a Discord person. The Discord has the channels with all the information, but we do share that same information on Twitter. But the best access is through Discord. The easiest way to reach us is through the Discord. So definitely check it out. Check out our Twitter. It will lead you there. And feel free to come in and ask questions. It is complicated. This is a brand new tech. It's going to be a little bit different than what we're used to as far as the UI and the mint process is concerned. So get involved. Come see us. We're always happy to engage with our community.
Thanks a lot. That was super cool. But thank you everyone again from different parts of the world. And those were the 2 projects that we had for you today. For more, like I said, feel free to go to dorahacks.io/AEZ. There are a ton of interesting projects doing great work in the ecosystem that you would be interested in. But for the demo 3 and the round 5 of the AEZ quadratic grant, that was it. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Thanks a lot for tuning in again.